Morning, Chriselda.
Very good morning to you, Urban.
Oscar not expected to be on the stand right up front, so I reckon then today's big question will be whether Reeva Steenkamp had a meal at around midnight on that fateful day.
Well, certainly, Urban. Well, Professor Jan Botha, a pathologist, will be first to take the stand this morning. We're expecting him really to delve into the post-mortem that was conducted on Reeva Steenkamp. You would recall that one of the state witnesses, a pathologist, Gert Seyman, had given details and concluded that Reeva Steenkamp had had a meal 2 hours before she was shot and killed. So really, we're expecting to get the opinion of this Jan Botha to give his aspects on what he thinks could have happened, exactly when Oscar Pistorius and Reeva Steenkamp ate, what did they have for supper, and also crucial aspects of the shots as well that were fired, from which direction which they were fired. So really, Jan Botha will testify to those crucial aspects here today before we understand Oscar Pistorius will take the stand.
Chriselda, it's been quite a long break in the middle of what's been a very intense court battle. How has this break affected the case?
Well, I wouldn't really say affected the case, but it most certainly has given the defense enough time to prepare Oscar Pistorius. Recall, it was widely anticipated that Pistorius will take the stand last week already, but one of the assessors fell ill and, of course, court had to adjourn. So really giving the defense more time to prepare Oscar Pistorius when he does take the stand. He will have to relive what really happened, according to his version, what happened on that morning of Valentine's Day. We're also expecting him really to be very emotional once he does that. We've already seen him break down several times over the past couple of weeks or so. Really, that's when Oscar Pistorius will have to stick really very crucially to what he initially said, that he thought that Reeva Steenkamp was an intruder on that morning. That's when he shot and killed her, thinking somebody else was behind that door. So really, we're not expecting Oscar Pistorius to say anything different to what he's been maintaining, because that's really what the prosecution will really look for during cross-examination, when they would want to try and nail Oscar Pistorius and try and find loopholes in the version that he has given thus far.
Chriselda, at first glance there behind you, it looks a little bit more quiet than normal. Is there a little bit less scrutiny from the media, especially international media, on this case now?
Well, when Oscar Pistorius arrived here just behind me, say about 20 minutes ago, there was really quite a media scrum to get pictures of Oscar Pistorius, as we all anticipate that after Jan Botha, the pathologist, takes the stand, Oscar Pistorius will then follow. But you would also recall that there are two stories that are really dominating in South Africa at the moment. It's, of course, the Oscar Pistorius murder trial, and you know, Shireen Dewani, one of the big cases as well in Cape Town that a lot of the local and international media are focusing on. So really split between the two, given that Oscar Pistorius might testify today, and also, of course, the arrival of Shireen Dewani and what's expected to take place in that case as well, of course, dominating headlines here and abroad.
The case will now proceed with forensic evidence, I suppose, and everybody then expects Oscar to take to the stand sometime later in the week. Would that be accurate?
Well, if we're lucky, Urban, we're expecting Oscar Pistorius to take the stand today. We're not sure how much time Jan Botha will be on the stand for. It really depends on the cross-examination. And of course, when he states his case, he'll be cross-examined on that. So really, how long that takes will really give us an indication of when Oscar Pistorius will take the stand. So we're really hoping that's going to be towards this morning, or a little bit later on this afternoon, or maybe even tomorrow morning. But we're definitely expecting him to be the second person to take the stand.
And Oscar really has to take the stand when gets a feeling that the defense sort of hedging their bets on this. And then how long do we expect him to be on the stand if he does take to the stand today? Is it going to be extended about a week, or what's the sort of thinking?
Well, the last communication that we had was that the case will go on until the 16th of May. But of course, yes, once Oscar Pistorius does take the stand, we're not expecting Gerrie Nel, the state prosecutor, we're really expecting him to take his time with Oscar Pistorius under cross-examination, trying to find loopholes in the affidavit that Oscar Pistorius gave in terms of his version of events of what happened on that morning. So as it stands, it's still the 16th of May, but we're not expecting Oscar Pistorius to get off the stand. He'll probably be on the stand for about a week or so, and then perhaps we'll be able to proceed with the rest of the case. But we're sure Gerrie Nel will take his time with Oscar.
Thank you very much, Chriselda Lewis. Yes, I'm sure Gerrie Nel will take his time with Oscar Pistorius, and the world are waiting and will be watching when that happens. Now, Oscar Pistorius' defense team confirmed that the Paralympian will take to the stand in his murder trial. Chriselda thinks it might even be today. The defense team will try to show that Pistorius acted in private defense when he shot Reeva Steenkamp in his Pretoria